Hey guys, Golden Eagle here. So, within the last day or two major patches have come out for both Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4, and I thought I would make videos about each of them and list off and explain some of the changes that these patches make. This video is obviously about Ghosts, and I will have one about Battlefield up in a day or two, so look out for that as well. The gameplay in the background here is from the gun game type, which is brought back into Call of Duty Ghosts as a part of the patch. I'm going to read through some other important things that the patch does, and there's actually a huge amount of items that it addresses, so if you want to see the full patch notes, there'll be a link in the description of this video. So, let's talk about some new features that the patch adds to Call of Duty Ghosts. In addition to gun game, they also added Hunted Free-for-All, which obviously is a free-for-all version of the game type Hunted, which you start with limited ammo and only a pistol, and you have to run around and pick up ammo crates to get new weapons, so it's a free-for-all version of that now. They've added heavy-duty health options to private matches, so you can set your character's health at the same level that it was in the heavy-duty playlist. There's some new multiplayer lobby music instead of just the same song that we had before. There's new stick layouts for the Southpaw layout, which I believe is for left-handed players. You can disable party chat in Search and Rescue, Search and Destroy and Infected now. They've added 5 new prestige ranks to the Extinction mode, and you can customize your player's appearance in Extinction now, just like you can in multiplayer. They've also made some changes to fix the stability of the game. Like, I believe they made a change to a sniper animation that kind of broke the character model. They've improved some load times for some of the maps, like Flooded, Strike Zone, and Warhawk, and they've made changes to how the bots perform in the game and fix some bugs with those as well. They've included some more anti-cheat measures, like preventing players from using more loadouts than normal. I guess more than the normal 10. Somehow people probably have hacked the game to find out how to get more than 10 prestiges. And they've also blocked users from sharing camos and reticles that aren't previously unlocked. So I guess there was kind of a glitch or a hack that you could actually give your friends stuff that you've unlocked that they haven't yet, so they fixed both of those issues as well. Alright, so now let's get into the really juicy stuff, this stuff you guys probably came here for, which is the changes they made to the balance of the game as far as some weapons, equipment, and perks go. Probably the biggest thing is that they actually made some changes to the IED, which pretty much everyone who plays Ghosts complains about and says is overpowered, and which I pretty much agree with. They've changed the damage of the IED to be based on the player stance and the IED's location. So actually, if the IED is on the ground, if you jump over it, you'll actually take less damage, and if they place the IED like above you, like on a doorway or on the ceiling, you can actually crouch down or go prone, and then it'll do less damage to you that way. So hopefully we can all remember to do those two things whenever we see an IED or we hear one go off, and hopefully that'll be a better counter to it, where, as before, you pretty much couldn't do anything. Once you heard it, you were always almost dead, so hopefully that will help. The guns that they changed with this patch were the AK-12, the L115 and USR sniper rifles, and the msbs. On the AK-12 and the snipers, they actually introduced nerfs. On the AK-12, they gave it slightly more view kick, so it has a little bit more recoil, and on those two snipers, they actually increased the reload time. And the msbs actually got a buff. They actually reduced the amount of time it takes between bursts, so there's less of a cooldown between them. I believe on the Xbox One, or maybe Xbox 360 versions of the game too, they actually previously patched the msbs to be a little bit less powerful, but I don't think we ever got that patch on the PlayStation and PC versions of the game. So they might have incorporated that as well here, and then actually kind of reversed a little bit of it and made the msbs kind of, be a little worse, but then a little bit better. So kind of a middle ground, if you will. The changes that they made to perks were Dead Silence and Amplify. They made it so that Dead Silence makes you completely 100% silent when using equipment, sliding, and your footsteps, where I guess you could kind of hear Dead Silence players, even if you didn't have Amplify a little bit before. Apparently, that's what it's telling me from the patch notes. But now you're 100% completely silent if the other person doesn't have Amplify on. And if they do have Amplify on, they can still hear a scaled-down version of the footsteps and sliding sounds, but they can't hear you use equipment, and the footsteps and the sliding sounds are actually less than they could hear before. So, a little bit of a buff to Dead Silence and a little bit of a nerf to Amplify. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the major things that were in this patch, but there's actually a ton of additional things, like things related to esports and MLG, as well as a bunch of stuff in the Extinction mode of the game. So if you guys want to see the full patch notes and every single little detail that they changed about the game, like I said, there'll be a link down in the description. You guys can go check that out. And also, like I said, in maybe tomorrow or another day or two, I'll also have a video about the Battlefield 4 patch, which also changed a bunch of things about that game, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.